Today we're here at the site of what they call Fort Brooke, which is the disembarkation point for many of our ancestors as we as Seminole people. This was the point where once they were taken into captivity or whatever arrest was made for them, or sometimes they were even tricked into agreeing to come here, that this was the place that they were loaded up onto vessels, on boats of some sort, and taken to across the Gulf of Mexico. You know, as we come here, you know, I'm still trying to gather the how do I feel as I walk upon this spot at this moment as a person who has been physically displaced but also culturally displaced. One of the things that we have studied about as we've gone through the sites of some of our ancestors, as we've studied this, what has come to be known as the Trail of Tears, is that it was really kind of a chaos. Some of our people were in small skirmishes where they were placed under arrest and removed. Some of them may have made some small agreements to be removed. I mean, on and on and on. And as we learn that history, you know, it's kind of just now hitting us, hitting myself, the significance as we think about the spirit of endurance, the spirit of believing who we are as Native American, as Native peoples, as indigenous peoples to this land, how much we fought to stay here. And so even as we come to this moment and think about this area of Tampa, you know, at one time it was the indigenous community, the Native community that named it. Before you see, you know, all that it is today, everything that it stands for today, this was a place of encampment for our ancestors, for Native peoples. And so to think that in this day and age, you know, the city, everything that we think about in terms of Florida has developed around it. My question is, do they know at what price and what cost? Even my question is, do our own people know that you know, this area was not just something that we should lament today, but where do we place it in our history? How do we acknowledge that this has happened to us as we went through our wars with this country, as we, you know, fought for survival, you know, for our own families? How do we view something like this, a place where all of our people, in some form or fashion, you know, were gathered up and removed to what we now call Oklahoma? You know, as we think